Hey, good evening. It's August 26th, and welcome back to Everyday Talk 24/7. We're going to conclude our study this week in Psalm 37. And it's been a very impactful week for me. I pray it has been for you too. And it's a good way to end the week, and as we look forward to the Lord's Day, just see that the Lord is in control of the mess, and He's not thwarted by evil. That we can be calm, confident, knowing that we can entrust ourselves to the one who judges justly. And that's really the message of Psalm 37. With evil swirling all around us, God is not alarmed. He's bringing about what is necessary for the good of His kingdom, the good of His people, and for His own honor. So as we've been looking at the Psalm this week, we've seen basically three attitudes. The posture of God's people, which we saw in the early part of the Psalm. God will act. There's no reason for panic. He will make things right. He's a powerful God. He's not put off by the threats and the schemes of all the threats of the wickedness around us. In chapter 37, verse 8, He encourages us. God will act. Refrain from anger, turn from wrath. Do not fret. God has got us in control. In the next section, after the posture, how we should view these things, then we have God's perspective. He's going to deal with the wicked. And we see that laid out for us very clearly. The wicked draw the sword and the bow to bring down the poor and the needy. But their swords will pierce their own hearts, and their bows will be broken. See, that's the power of God. We don't have to be overwhelmed. And then, finally, there's the provision of God. And God has staked His honor and reputation that He will provide for us, even when we're mistreated. We've got to take that long view that God is outside of time. And He will make things right. He will not let His people be punished needlessly. He will make things right. Even if in the immediate we try and struggle and see that if that's happening. But God will be faithful. He will take care of us. Even if it appears that we're needy, our children are needy, God will not turn from us. He is no man's debtor. And then these last two verses encourage us that God is our refuge. And that's the thought for this night that I want to leave us with. God is our refuge. You see this beautiful mountain lake that I used for the thumbnail tonight. You know the peacefulness that's there. Let me read 39 and 40. The salvation of the righteous comes from the Lord. He is their stronghold in times of trouble. The Lord helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them because they take refuge in Him. You see what's being said here as He ends the psalm. God is the safe place, the refuge. The world may not see it. They may think we're foolish and crazy to trust in this God that we can't see, who doesn't appear to be answering or keeping His promises the way we think He should. But you see, what we see here is that God is keeping His word. He is being faithful. He's upholding His covenant community by His righteous, strong right hand. And even if we lose sight of that for the moment, God is not deterred. We dare not let the wicked determine for us whether God is being faithful. Jesus was mocked at the cross. He saved others. He can't save himself. That's the human perspective. God's perspective is that he's working all things together to bring about a people for himself, to bring honor to his name, and to rescue us and restore us to the beauty of what we're originally made to be, creatures made in the image of God, to bring glory to the wonder of God. And that's the thought for this night. It brings joy to my heart. I pray it will to yours. Love your thoughts, feedback, comments. Pray the Lord's blessing for you, and Lord willing, we'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching. May God richly bless you as you seek to live for His glory.